Welcome, my beautiful souls. Today we're going to do what I'm going to call a special reading. We're doing a pick a card, pick a reading, really, one, two, or three. But today we are connecting to our spirit guides and asking, is there anything that we need to know, like right now, or in the near future, that um, is there anything I'm getting in my way of, is there anything new coming in? What do I need to know? What can I know? Like all of a sudden my mind feels curious, like a little kid, like Christmas Day. What can I know? What can I know? So I am leaving them completely open to our guides to speak about whatever it may be. Life, love, money, probably the combination, and your spirituality, of course. Um, I always read through our spirit guides. I feel my guides connect to your guides. I feel like they're all just one big family at this point, as we are. So that's why I'm really calling this a special reading because this is like me really connecting to your energy. And I have to say, 2000, I was going to say 2009. That's strange. 2009. That's the year my mother died. Hmm. Maybe my mom is here with us. What was I going to say? 2025 is definitely a year of spiritual awakenings. Some may not be able to put a name to it. Some of it may not feel so good, but it's all leading to a spiritual awakening, which is especially for the collective. Wow, can you imagine? And that's a possibility. So anyway, um, so these will be extended readings. Just let's go ahead and put that on the table. So if you're someone who likes short readings, this may not be for you, or maybe it is. Maybe you just have to find that patience within. But that's completely up to you. So, anyways, I want you to trust your intuition and just take a moment. Just close your eyes, relax. Maybe take a few deep breaths and just ask your spiritual team which reading is for me. I feel like a number, like a big number will come to your mind. You'll see it in your mind's eye, or a feeling. I'd say go by that first instinct, but I also want to put on the table that sometimes all three readings tend to be one big reading and it can apply to the collective. So, yeah, okay. I know I'm hanging on to that Moldavite. All right. So, guys, I took more cards than normal. But I definitely felt guided. It's interesting because I really had no intentions of doing a YouTube video today. I was just gonna concentrate on my personal readings. But this kept coming to my mind. And it's like one of those things that just keep gnawing at me until I do it. So there's a reason, and I trust. But anyways, so I took even more cards than normal. So, um, wow. Okay, so I took three um psychic tarots, one dream dream tarot of dreams, one clarifying love situation card, one luminous tarot card, actually two of them, one major arcana card, and one of the romance angels. So all three had the same amount. And then if something needs clarified, we will go to the Gilded Tarot. Um, so I have a feeling each reading is, I'm going to take my time with it. So, I feel like just buckle in, go grab a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and just relax. All right. So I'm going to put 2 and 3 up there. I bring 1 right in front of me. Let's go ahead and bring the lid down. Not too much. Just wanted to give you a moment of silence. Again, this is on really all things. I feel like probably questions that, you've been speaking to your guides about. Maybe you think you're speaking to yourself and not really speaking to others. That's the kind of answers and solutions I feel like we're going to find today. Okay. Grab a drink real quick. I have a feeling I'm about to talk a lot. And let's begin. Foundation and achievements. Intuition. From a 4 to a 2. Ace of Wands. Passion ignited. Interesting. Try to figure out like how I want to take these cards. I think I'm going to take the big ones across. Look at this. Temperance. Divine timing. Wow. Patience. It's probably why I talked about patience in the beginning. Because, patience may have been needed. I definitely feel like someone is being guided through their intuition, signs, recognition, feeling. Um, and temperance is really about trusting in divine timing. But then I love the Ace of Wands right before that. It's almost like your intuition is going to be ignited. It's like a chakra. It's going to be activated. And that's the way you should flow. Like, I feel like without question. Interesting that foundation and achievements is before. Some of you, it's like what it feels to me, it's a couple different things, but what I'm feeling right now, it's like my foundation, whether that be for families, one you built yourself, something feels very stable, like your foundation feels strong, and now it's time to now put something into action. Maybe you spent some time, you know, um, like building up, laying the groundwork type of thing. And now may be the time to like bring it alive. Again, you're going to be guided. That's clear. Hmm. It's like temperance for some of you. It feels like you may be changing homes. Now, this wouldn't be something like that would be against your will. This would be something you would be excited for. And it could certainly be a future partner. But you're on your way. Okay, what else we got? All right, so we're looking at clarifying love situations, and depending which way they come out, excuse me, there's a message on whether it's upright or reversed. So yours is strong roots, pull weeds of resentment, so your love can bloom. Interesting. First of all, I felt the foundation. And, you're not letting any weeds grow. That means you're not letting your thoughts, like, carry you away to maybe untruths type of energy. It feels like I am doing it for a reason, but I feel like you are kind of putting yourself first, which feels good. Um, because listen, like, whatever you're entering into, whatever you're being given guidance towards, it feels really good. Her heart chakra is being activated. We have the Knight of Wands. Here I come to save the day. Some of you may be feeling this Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands energy. Knight of Wands carries desire and passion. Um, can even be like words of endearment. You're looking over like your garden and really how beautiful your garden is, right? There's no weeds. It's almost like where you like to spend your time. Now, metaphorically, for some of you though, for real, interesting. It's almost like you're just sitting there, nurturing your garden. And then, I don't know, it feels like, and then someone comes in. Hmm. Page of Cups. Under passion ignited right in the heart. That's why the heart chakra is being activated. Fool. This is the major arcana. It's interesting because it's coming under another major arcana, temperance, which is about divine timing, and the fool is all about taking that leap of faith. But your intuition is guiding you. I mean, holy cow. And then, okay, well, of course, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Interesting. It's interesting because when the Page of Cups came out, it is something I thought, like this could definitely be somewhat of a past time also. I do feel like it's you, but it's also you. Like, I feel like that's more important, that you yourself feel good. Um, I feel like energy is changing for you. I feel like, like you've been nourishing your garden and divine has been taking notice. And it's like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm at my garden. I'm at the place that brings me like, joy. I like putting my hands like in the dirt. And I know that's not all of you. So, in a way, I'm speaking metaphorically. However, I also don't want to take that off the table. So the Fool is about a new beginning. It's like divine timing is here. And what else I love about this? It's like your heart chakra is activated. Like boom, just like boom. And again, some of you, even though, like maybe in your heart of hearts, you hope that love also be part of this path. It reminds me again of like the things I told myself this year that there's these different mediums I want to try that I put off. Like I want to grow spiritually. And I know that's going to bring a lot of different things to my table. Um, it's going to pique my interest. I just know it. I know that's what my guides will do. And I really want to grow and learn as much as I can in this universal 9 year. And that's kind of what I'm feeling. The reason why I'm saying all that is because I'm kind of feeling that with a lot of people here that, like, I don't have an alternative motive, right? It's not that, I'm out seeking love, because I really feel, it is like this night is kind of sweeping you off your feet. But I also feel like this night, and this could be a clue, I guess. But I feel like this night already knows, like, your secret place, so to speak. Now, maybe that's any place you've lived. You've always created a garden, so to speak, and therefore, you know, it's almost like it's a must, you know, that the house have land. Okay, so I wasn't going to clarify because honestly, I don't feel like I need it. So, you know, this reading is, well, I was going to say, like, this is love. But when you think about it, it's really love of yourself first. It's like you allowing, like, your intuition just to lead you, truly. Just like I had no intentions of doing this reading today, yet here I am. And, like, part of me is thinking, like, oh, I could imagine not be like if I decide not to do the reading that this love story not be told. Just feels romantic. Um, okay, we're gonna take them as they came. Interesting, the Hermit. We're in the year of the Hermit. The year of the Hermit. And look what the Hermit's doing here. He is illuminating at least the Hermit's next steps. But I feel like this beacon of light is your light and you're just shining it. I do feel like a lot of healers are going to be called into action. Um, I can't really tell you why. Um, but I feel that, I feel, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I went deeper than I meant to with that. But anyway, so we're in the year of the Hermit. I mean, Number one, it's giving us a time period, no doubt. We have, well, hello, Two of Wands. Here we go. Stepping upon the path. And it means you carry the wisdom of the hermit with you. It's like the wisdom of the sage. You don't lose that. It just grows. I feel like the hermit really has become like the ultimate teacher. And, in any profession, I feel like, it's like doctor, heal thyself first, you know, because I feel like it's important. Now, I'm not talking about perfection, just, you know, if nothing else, just allowing yourself, even if you do nothing else, but follow these, what do I want to call them, like little glimmers, little signs, something that calls your attention to maybe a subject that, I don't know, maybe you didn't know you were interested in, and then you watch it. Maybe it's a video, you watch it, and it grabs your attention, and you want to know more. Um, because I feel like these are how new paths are going to open up. It's going to start with a thought, an idea, but I feel like it's going to be put in front of you. So I don't feel like it's something you got to search for, but I feel like your understanding of your past, at least to the point of where you now carry it as your wisdom and not weight, right? Not the weight. Letting that go. And I mean, what a beautiful time just in life in general, right? Because you're carrying this wisdom, you're being guided. It feels like your heart chakra is being activated. I feel like you're starting down this new path, as the foal. That means you're allowing a sense of adventure to take place within you. You're allowing that curiosity to lead the way. But, in the back of your mind, knowing that your spiritual team is right there. Okay. Wow. All right. I don't know why I'm holding this, but Five of Cups. Interesting. Huh. Well, maybe she's leaving a relationship. I'm saying she, it can be he also though. Um, but I feel like again, if I'm whatever I'm leaving in that energy, a whole lot stronger than what I was. So even if I was connected to another, I feel like there was a part of you that was also following like what feels like your own journey, so I feel like it probably started like these ideas, like these, I don't know, I feel like a video just showing up, like this video just might show up out of the blue, and it may pique your interest to then follow something else. I hope so. But anyways, so then we move to the Five of Cups. Well, at first the Five of Cups, you got to be careful because the focus, this is what a five asks you to look at, right? It talks about change. Excuse me, it talks about change. Uh, so this is an emotional change. Instead of looking at, let's just say, my past, at like all that's gone wrong. I feel like there's enough understanding, because if I stay in it too long, it can become woe is me, and then it can turn into sadness and non-movement. Um, and listen, maybe part of like one of these cups is this four over here, and I kind of feel like intuitively you've checked out a while ago. Um, but when this person makes a change, and that's what I feel is happening here, there's two cups that are behind them. They don't know that. It's a soulmate energy. They don't know that. So I feel like it's stepping upon the path. And temperance. I often feel temperance. You'll see temperance show up two cups in her hands, and I feel like she's mixing the beautiful flowing waters, between the two cups, making sure that both are equally filled. Like I could see, like if let's say this was a movie, I could see this person like moving back home. Um, I don't know. I feel like finding this place, whether it's a place you've already lived or a new place, but it feels like back home. And where are you? You're out in your garden. And then someone who lives there. That's why I kind of feel like it feels like, potentially like a hometown. Um, hears that you're back in town and they come in. Okay, look at this, the 10 of Cups. Wow. The Lovers. Why not? Why not? Look at that beautiful image, by the way. And you know what I love about this image is the feminine's energy. Um, we can see it, right? It's like we can see, first of all, she's feeling another's energy, and she's feeling the masculine's energy, but he isn't in person yet. Well, I feel like now he's coming into the picture. Like now he's coming to. And then interestingly, it's a Seven of Swords. Almost like it doesn't fit in this story. Unless someone's had a lot of spiritual growth. But I do mean a lot. Okay. For some of you, I feel like, so all of a sudden I'm feeling like in the Seven of Swords, which really does talk about untrustworthy energy, but there's no way the Fool, with divine attached to the Fool, the Fool could be tricked into something, but not with divine above him. So, in a way, I feel like this is more about one of these cups have been knocked over, and maybe this is what I thought was going to be, you know, but it doesn't seem it turned out that way. So, you know, I feel like first you had to be truthful with yourself, and that may be what comes through the hermit's energy, that wisdom, right? But once you know what you know, you can't unknow it. But maybe that's when you kind of psychically or intuitively checked out. So, let's just take one card over 'em. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. So the Knight of Pentacles tells you that this is coming into your physical world. Knight of Pentacles tells you I come at the right time, not before, not after. For some of you, maybe this person in the past carried some, let's just say, lower vibrational energy. And now that the Knight is the Knight of Pentacles, who I feel is a more guardian angel energy, is coming over this energy. It feels healed, changed, evolved. Because I feel like that's what the Knight has been holding back. Right? No, you can't make this move until you have certain realizations. It's almost like this Knight won't allow it to happen until, but then it must happen. So, holy cow. I mean, want to talk about extended readings. Wow. I mean, hello, lovers, right next to or coming together with the Ten of Cups. House of Love, House of Harmony. It almost feels too good to be true. But it all started back here. It all started with that idea, that thought that maybe came to you in some of the darkest times of your life. But then there's these ideas, and sometimes we give them a chance, and they lead us out and into this new life that we didn't even expect. Yet here it is. And it's not impossible because it happened to me. So, for those who think that, I can't say it'll happen to everyone. And I do feel like it happens in different ways. Um, but there seems to be this inner harmony within you, this like you're very open intuitively. And I feel like you're willing to put the past in the past, and not even carry the weight of it. The wisdom, yes, but okay, that's what I feel. Holy cow. What a reading, guys. I mean, reading one. Okay. Wow. By the way, these will be time stamped. Probably too late to tell you that now. All right. We're going to start reading two. Just going to grab a drink. Again, just close your eyes. Let go of control. I feel like our guides have been very good at being very clear. All right. Number two, partnerships and alliances. How they're holding each other. Right? It's not a handshake. It's not like a hi, how do you do? Mm. With that, we have the Fool again. New beginning. Wow. I feel like who's ever in the handshake, well, let's just say who's ever in partnerships and alliances, I feel like is coming along with the full. Well, beautiful. We have the sun, the illuminator, called light in this deck. It's like your path is being illuminated for you. Your steps are being guided. And again, when the sun is out, shadows can't hide. If somebody tries to tell you like something is not the truth, you know, it will eventually be revealed. So what I mean is anything done in the dark, it will come to the light. We have the sun and the moon, the male and the female, the masculine and the feminine. Are they joining? Are they joining together? Under clarifying love situations, we have playful innocence. Embrace a childless spirit. Embrace a childless spirit where baby steps lead to joy, not seriousness. To me, that feels like it's about the journey. There's that Seven of Swords. Under the Fool. Interesting, the Five of Pentacles. But under the Sun, look at this, the Hangman in the awakened state. Under the Moon. Well, I mean, good luck lying to you. It's definitely showing that you've learned something difficult. Something that may have been outside of your control. But I feel like you eventually took a different approach to it. I don't feel like number one, you stayed with it. Something, whether if it's a person, they into something or you into something, I feel like the truth was seen. Can't deny what you know. And it's interesting because, well, what do I have in my hand? Calling in your soulmate. That's kind of what I felt in over here. Because I feel this energy is different than this energy. And he's before the Fool. So I may have connected with someone before I actually left or before something ended. But nonetheless, the sun's still here for you. It's definitely kind of telling us male and masculine and feminine. It's definitely showing the spiritual awakening. And maybe you're being very honest with yourself at the same time. Again, it's like whoever and whatever has not been truthful, honest, maybe not even, someone who isn't goal oriented, like looks at my goals and is the opposite of that. We definitely know the change was brought to you one way or the other. but it's definitely showing you evolving because of that. Could even speak of a karmic lesson, a karmic person, but this shows you, you know, winning, learning. And, I do feel like where there are lessons, there are usually blessings to follow. So it's like you're really in this state of awareness. And it doesn't have to mean like you've had this complete spiritual awakening. The things that maybe you refused to see in the past, you're seeing very clearly now. So you're seeing things much more clearer than you really allowed yourself. And I feel like that's because you're being more open now, also. You may have connected with someone while all this was going on. You might just have fallen in love, and maybe you didn't mean to. Because we do have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And I am recognizing, that this isn't a handshake. This is a recognition. And I love this energy because it really does speak about like your individuality, who you truly are. And what might have started out playful, I feel like probably turned into love, or maybe is heading that direction. I'm wondering, did you deal with this? Let's go ahead and give this a good couple shuffles. Get those cards mixed in well. I definitely feel you've been letting go. You know, oh look, just popped out. The soulmates. I'm not ready to take them yet, but let's notice they just jumped on the table. Calling in your soulmates. Hello, here I am. All right. I'm not even really sure what I want to look at. Oh, hello. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you. Wow. It's almost like instant. Mm, wow. I'm feeling gratitude all of a sudden. Look at that. All right. Let's take one round. I always feel like, do I want to mess with perfection? I mean, look at that. Telling you, this is why I love tarot. And I have to tell you, since I've been, what I feel is allowing myself to go even another level, I think of something, it comes out. Um, just seeing, what happened is one of the reasons why I love doing tarot. And this is why I like taking my time. All right. Well, reading number two. I think that's all that was wanted to be said. I mean, wow. Put those affirmations out there because they're being answered. But you got to remember one thing. You also got to be willing to give love as well as receive love. I feel like this is something that may start playful, that I feel very quickly will turn into love, like real love. It's almost like if someone else, if this Five of Pentacles never would have happened. Wow, look at this. Look at what also might not have happened. But because I saw the truth for what the truth is, again, I feel like whether you physically or mentally checked out, again, let's just say you're putting those affirmations out there. The sun so close to the full is beautiful. Um, it's probably why we saw soulmates not once, but twice. Both of them came on their end. I mean, I don't know. You just have to rewind it. I just thought it was beautiful the way it happened. So I think I'll let that be. Okay. Let me grab a drink. And number three. Now I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember one because I also want you to remember that more than one. I should have said this at the beginning. More than one reading can certainly resonate. We have victory and success. This is the Six of Wands. This is like someone is shouting it from the mountaintop. I want the world to know. Nine of Swords, suffering in silence. It's funny though because she's also at the top of her mountain. So I feel like this is something that someone has conquered. We have financial and material changes. We have the Page of Swords. We have clarify love situations. We have enduring quest. Through struggle, build the stamina to uncover and stand by your truth. No wonder I feel like you're shouting your truth from the mountaintop. Some of you may have been silenced. It's almost like your voice was silenced, but not anymore. Not anymore. Ten of Pentacles. Mm. Page of Swords with Page Swords twice. Major Arcana. Beautiful Magician. And, well, our romance angels is past life. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. That's probably why I felt like in the Nine of Swords energy, to just feel like, especially with the five here, some type of change, right? But to just feel like, it feels like your voice is kind of like been put behind bars. Um, it feels like you've been silenced. Maybe you've been afraid to speak your piece. But then I feel like it happens, you do it, and there may have been, let's say there were financial consequences to me finally, standing or living in my truth. Well, the Ten of Pentacles down here would tell you that you would recoup that, you know, just in a different way, probably with someone different. But that is the house of abundance. It's funny, I was just going to say the house of love. Interesting, we have 2 pages here. But then the magician is like looking on, looking in, like looking at everything. He almost feels like a mentor who's coming in to remind you that you have this power to have change in your life. And through this change, you really don't know where it's going to lead, but you do have a lot of power over it. The magician reminds you to plant those seeds, right? Those seeds of intention, and then letting it go, like hand it over to the universe. It's like asking God for forgiveness. God only wants to hear, like, one time. Like, all right, you already asked me that. I gave you forgiveness. Forgive thyself. I feel like whoever or whatever silenced you in a way, you could have done it, some of it on your own. Like, it's just the way it was. It's just the way it was. I feel like Enduring Quest is saying, don't give up. Like, don't give up. If you're feeling something, like, again, it's like this person claiming their truth from the mountaintop. If you're really feeling something and it feels right to you, and for some reason, I feel that is also sending me on a direction. Like, I feel like you should totally be truthful to yourself. I feel like someone's saying, I'm tired of living in fear of change, fear of the unknown. I feel like I want change, but it is this fear I have to overcome. This is definitely telling you can. And, I feel like what it's telling you is even if Even if there is, let's say, a little bit of a loss, there's still the recouping of that, but tenfold. And I feel like in this Nine of Swords, whether I'm with someone or not, I feel single because I feel like I really do want this change. I do feel like, again, my truth, my voice has kind of been put behind bars. I do want to free myself, and I feel like, and you do, and that's why you're shouting it from the mountaintop. I think these struggles, just like this says, is what helps you to like live your truth. And it makes sense that a past life relationship would tend to enter in that energy. I feel like if it entered before that, it would enter a lot of confusion. And I feel like it would just add confusion to the mix. Almost like, you know, if I'm your spirit guides, it's like I want you to learn how to free yourself. How to accept change. Um, like I'd rather see you learn this first and think about love after. All right. It's interesting because I feel like that voice or that truth that had been kind of shut down, whether other people shut it down and then you eventually accepted that, but I don't feel like you're accepting that anymore. That may be exactly what you end up doing in the Ten of Pentacles. It can certainly be the energy of also working from home. And if you wonder if you can be successful, I feel like as long as you're being you, right? Speaking your truth, victory and success, usually you see other people really looking up to you. And they are seeking you out, and they're seeking you out because of your wisdom, because of action steps that you've taken. Like, how did you do it? Maybe even how did you connect to your past life love? Funny, I just did a past life, um, I think last week. Really one of my favorites to do. We have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. I don't know where to put him. I'm wondering if this king is hearing, like hearing you. We'll see. Not really sure how to read him at this moment. Like the cards really wanted to mix themselves up. That's a good thing. We have the Magician. We have the Nine of Swords again. We have Four of Cups. Four Cups speaks about discontentment and boredom in one's emotional life. There is a cup coming in, and it does ask you to use your spiritual discernment. It's really what this is about. Trusting your spiritual discernment. I don't love that it's next to the Nine of Swords because definitely I can overthink this. Kind of interesting how there's two Nine of Swords that are both connected to this past life love. We have Queen of Swords over the Page of Swords and the Magician. I feel like this queen has grown up. I think we're looking at younger energy and current energy. And I feel that's relating to her communication skills. Um, but also knowing, her weapon is her sword. So knowing when to use it and knowing when not to. Because remember, that sword can cut both ways. But I feel like that's what this queen had been learning because I feel I am now the queen. So I've learned the lessons. And she's standing like she has some bars in front of her. She's marrying this king over here. And she has a magician under her. Interesting. It's interesting because I feel like, in a way, I feel like this king hears this queen, and it can be the other way around, by the way, or it can be, if you're same sex, just put yourself where you feel yourself. But I feel like someone could certainly be hearing, like your truth as you speak it, and even though I feel like you find satisfaction within that, I feel like part of you, it feels like where the discontentment now lies is within your emotional house. You could be someone who doesn't really like not being in love, but it's interesting because I feel like both of these lovers would have to overcome the energy of the Nine of Swords. They both would have to. And then the magician being right there kind of feels like they do. So the moral of this story, I feel, is being very honest and truthful with oneself. And then using those communication skills. Just realized we have two magicians. Interesting. We are talking about past lives. So this queen has a magician, this king has a magician. Huh. And right in between the two of them, you have known each other before, past life relationship. It's probably what that cup is. But look at the importance of finding oneself first. I feel like that's a theme that's been in all the readings is, it's interesting because I go into a reading and, sometimes I'll be like, I kind of hope it's not a love reading, even though I love doing love readings. That's probably why I get a lot of them. But I feel like you might get tired of them. But then I just keep getting love, and it's like, how could I not go with it? I feel like trust in yourself, trust in what it is you want to do and create in the world, trust your skills. And, in the Four of Cups, this person isn't even thinking about this cup, but he is feeling that lack. So maybe it's that lack that I put out there. It's like, oh, so and so's got a hole, and we have to feel that. I feel like two people are just manifesting each other, and it's funny. I feel like, and then they ultimately live in this Ten of Pentacles. Makes sense that the King of Pentacles would be here. And I'm purposely not giving you signs, because I don't want you to like only think it has to be this sign. In this reading, to me, the King would stand for loyalty, stability, trust. It feels like you and this person together are what creates the Ten of Pentacles, the House of Abundance, house that really has roots. We know it has roots because this is a past life relationship coming around again. But there were some life lessons that each of you had, probably individually, but maybe very, very similar at the same time. Because I feel like each of you, even if like subconsciously I'm manifesting like a soulmate, this fulfillment. I probably haven't felt this fulfillment in this lifetime yet. I could have certainly been in love, but I feel like there's just this part, like I feel like the universe is saying there's this hole we have to feel. And maybe only this person can truly feel it. That's why it's important that you then reach these certain mountaintops on your own and them also. Because now you're coming in, well, much more stable. Doesn't mean the fear can't still raise its head, ugly head, but it may be in the form of like butterflies. Again, it may start playful, flirting, but I feel pretty quickly, it's like this recognition and then this love. All right. I think I'm going to let that be. Wow. You know, I'm always torn with how can I, like, just in a title, get you to see, like, all the beauty that I feel like each of these readings had is really quite something. Um, anyway, I thank you guys. I love you. I hope you enjoyed them. Um, again, don't feel bad if more than one reading. Like, like I picked one, but you know what? Two sounds more like me. Probably one and two were for you. Then again, all three may be like one big story. Um, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. I love you guys. I thank you for being open. I feel like your spirit guides thank you for just being open. Again, it's an energy exchange. You should feel it. You should really feel it. So, I love you. Thank you. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye bye.